Shio. Welcome to the Happy to Be Nappy show, yo. And this show is about people that um, are undercover alcoholics and that you don't know that they have an alcoholic problem, and then you let them in to your home, and then you see that they have mental illness because alcoholism is mental illness. And they drink, they become very angry, very bitter, very ready to threaten you, your life, and stuff. And we've been dealing with individuals like that. And most of the time, all the things that they do when they're under the influence, they don't remember. So a lot of times you have to tape their behavior and show them, just play and then show them, say, here, this is was your behavior. You don't know who people are until my mom has this favorite saying. One of her famous sayings is, come see me is one thing, come live with me is another. And that's when people show you their true colors. And for women and men, because there's a lot of women that drink and they harass men, there are men that drink and they harass women. So you just have to be careful. And sometimes they'll come with a sad story like, oh, this one kicked me out. Oh, I'm homeless. I don't have anywhere to go. And then you're like, oh, wow. As we're indigenous and we're, tribal here, the Hachi노tagni Yamasee Creek tribe, we don't like to turn people away. But now our tribe has learned we have to make sure that the person doesn't drink. That's one of the key criteria. If you want to join and be adopted in the Hachi노tagni Yamasee Creek tribe, we don't want alcoholics. We don't want people that drink. Drinking can get really dangerous for a lot of people because it's like a spirit takes over them. And when they drink and drink and drink, you see a whole different person. They don't look the same. They start looking, acting crazy. And no matter what you say to them, they are going to respond in a negative tone. Greetings. Right, exactly. Smoke ganja. Ganja, cannabis, marijuana doesn't make you like that. Like you can smoke a joint and you're not ready to fight nobody. You're not ready to verbally abuse them. Drinking, it gets dangerous because it alters the brain. It alters the brain. And a lot of times you could say, hey, how you doing? And they take that as like, what do you mean how I'm doing? What, they just take everything out of context. Very Wakanda forever here on Turtle Island, that part. So it's spirits, and you can see the spirits that take over them. You can literally see the spirit. Like we have one here that we took into our tribe in our tribal house that came all the way from Winter Haven, Florida, had nowhere to go, and we took him in, Juan Carlos Vasquez Gordy, and we never knew that he drank. We didn't know that. And I didn't know that Bud Ice could make you drunk and like really insane where you just become really, vulgar. Like the vulgarity is insane. I don't drink. I'm just, cannabis. I puff, puff, pass, pass. That's it. I chief, chief and, but to see that, and it really fries your brain. And I do know that those Bud Ice, there's some kind of chemical in it, It's a chemical in it that alters their brain, It alters their brain and they become like irrational. They become really irrational and they think that you're out to get them and all you're doing is like really helping them and saying, listen, you need to drink some water, you need to calm down, but they get more and more angry. They get so angry to the point that they want to become violent. And it's a good thing that I have a tribal, a lot of tribal people with me, because I wouldn't advise anybody to be alone with a person that drinks like that, because anything could happen to you, or you're going to have to defend yourself and hurt them, because you're not going to let somebody hurt you. But and it's not about male or female, because both male and females, they both drink. I've seen it so much, and it just affects the whole brain. It just alters the mind, and then it takes them about 3 days 3 days to get it out of their system. Maybe 4, maybe 5. I don't know. I just noticed that with him. I mean, he got drunk on Monday. Today is Sunday. Tomorrow will make 7 days. It's still in his system. He's still like uh, delusional, and then they want to bully you. Like when you don't, and then they want to be all over you. And then they just it's really, really toxic. And it takes a toll on your liver. Beers can give you scoliosis. I mean, what is it called? I think it is of the liver. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it can. And if you keep drinking, you keep drinking, keep drinking. Yeah, exactly, malt liquor. That part, malt liquor. It's just sad, and there's nothing you could do, because once you let them in your house and assist to help them, they become very bitter and thinking you're against them. I don't know. Maybe they might hear voices. I don't know. You know. And thank you. And you just, like what I do when I see that they're under the influence, I would advise anybody, lower your voice. Don't talk to them in a high voice. Don't talk to them in an aggressive voice. You have to almost be sort of like submissive to them. Like, oh, like when they say, you effing this, that, and you're like, calm down. Calm down. No, I'm not like that. No, I wouldn't say that. And they're like, shit. And you're like, and they're like being mean and saying something's going to happen to you, that, what they're going to do to you. They're threatening you bodily harm, and you say, listen, you need some rest, you need some water, maybe you need to take a walk. And sometimes that doesn't even work, because they're so intoxicated that you have to wait till they finally pass out, you know. And it's just sad, the alcohol business is making a bag, and there's a lot of people that get drunk to the point it's just reckless. Right, they have that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yep. And that's the real them. That's right. All the evil names and dirty names that they call you, and then they don't remember. Like I told him everything, and it's a good thing that I videotaped it, because when I videotaped it, I showed him. And he was like, no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't do that. No, no, no. Yes, you did. And here's the proof, you know? And you just really don't want them around. I like to be at peace. I don't like people that drink. I really don't. It's just such a demonic spirit. I mean, and my mom has a saying that a soul, something about a drunken tongue, a sober, something that speaks of true. I always get it mixed up, but it's something about when you're drinking and you're under the influence, everything that you say is because that's the truth. That's that's basically the truth, you know. But that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, that psychosis, that energy, and then they be irrational. Like it's been a week, 1 week, and the person still has not come down off the high. And it's because they want more. It's an addiction. So after they get all drunk and pass out, and then let's say 2 days later, 3 days later, they don't have the alcohol in them, it's dangerous because they're really, really angry because now they're binging for alcohol. I don't know. There should be something that we can do to help them, but like I tell everybody, you got to want help. I know so many people that drink so bad. I mean, that afterwards, one thing, drinking ages you. It ages you. It makes you look old. I know so many people that drink and they don't messed up their livers. And at that point, you're not able, especially if you're going on 60 years young, you shouldn't be putting that poison. Like, have you read the ingredients in this alcohol? Especially those beers. It's intense. It makes no sense. Yep. So I just want to come on here and see, how many people are going through it. It's horrible when you have them in your space. It's like you walking on eggshells because as they come down from the high, they're very aggressive. They're very petty. They're very insecure. And they like to bully. They love to bully. Like, they're big time into bullying. And if in the event you don't agree to what they say, that becomes a problem. So you just got to use the psychology to just keep being kind. Keep being kind. No matter how much it takes, you just got to take as much as you can take. I know it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you have to use the psychology to not provoke them, to push them, you know, because they'll wake you up out your sleep. They'll, call you, they'll text you. And at that point, when you don't want to be bothered with them because they have, yeah, really, some can't. They can't control it. And when they don't get it, that's when they become really angry. And because you smell it, it's in their skin. It's so deep that you smell it in their skin. That's the crazy part. You smell it in their skin. You know, it's just sad. And there's a lot of young and old people. We're American Indians, so that's the biggest problem with our tribes. They like to indulge what they call it, some kind of water. I think spirit water, maybe they call it. Because it has spirits. It doesn't go well with a lot of people. It doesn't. It throws off, and a lot of people need to be medicated. They need to be medicated, and they shouldn't drink because it alters their personality and it triggers something. It's a chemical imbalance and it triggers something in them. It really, really does. It triggers them, and then they become very angry, and that anger isn't good. And then they have this look, and that look, oh my gosh, that look is, and they're always accusing you, and they're just so mean. It's the meanness and the vulgarity. They call you everything but a child of the Most High. Yes, that's what it is. It's fire water. Thank you for that. It's fire water. Fire, 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 more fire, ire. It's fire water. It really is. It's fire water. And that fire water makes them like a loose cannon, like a serious loose cannon. And it's nothing you can do. It's like one day at a time till they pass out. There's nothing you can do. And a lot of people say, oh, I would call the cops on them and this, that, the other. But they're not in their right mind. They're not. And after they come down from it, when you tell them what they have done, they don't. They're like, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. I didn't do this. I didn't do like, yes, you did. And then most time I tell people to videotape them so you can show them. You can really, really show them. You have to be you just got to be a bigger monster to tackle their craziness. I agree, but, and right, they have selective memory. Exactly. That's exactly what they have. They have selective memory, and that's the biggest problem. they have selective memory. And it's very unfortunate. It really is. And all you can do is pray that they heal, but most of the time, they don't want to heal. They don't want to get better. You know, like I'm here taking up this beautiful sun. So beautiful. Getting some fresh air. It's a great day today. And just to sit in the sun is like the best. And they don't like rejection. Like once you don't really want to be bothered with them, that really triggers them more. But really, let's think about it. Let's keep it real. Who wants to be with an alcoholic? I know I don't. You know, I don't. Once I see it, they're overly aggressive. Like, not very, they're overly aggressive and controlling. And the main thing is that they become bullies. They want to bully you. They want to just really, it's just sad. So, I just hope anybody that's out there that's dealing with this is not easy. I remember my daughter's grandmother, rest in power, Linda Lou. She would drink those beers. I didn't know those beers could do that because I'm not a beer drinker. And so I really don't drink beer. And I would come home, I was pregnant with her granddaughter, and she'd be passed out on the ground outside and locked herself out. I'm like, what the heck? Her son was the same way, which was my daughter's father, became very violent. It's just horrible. And one thing about our tribe, when we adopt people in our tribe, the Hachinotakni Yamasee Creek tribe, in the event that we find out that you got alcoholic problems, we revoke your tribal card and we vote you out the tribe. We don't want that energy in our tribe. We really don't. I have another one. Her name is Michelle. They call her Layla. She's down in Arizona, and she gets drunk and she gets like insane. She gets very, very insane. So all I could do is tell you, oh yeah, some get mad because you don't take. I don't partake. I'm just not a drinker. But what I could say to end this up, because I'm in a process of washing clothes, I just want to say be safe. Always have somebody there to protect you, and it's really an epidemic in this country, and it's so sad. They really need to banish that crap. It's just poison for our community. And I want to thank you guys for taking all the time to, talk with me and give your thoughts and make it a great day when you love yourself. Others can love you, and drinking is demonic spirits, so don't do it. You guys have a wonderful day. Leave that fire water alone and just get some sunshine like me. Peace and natural hair grease. Much love and light. All right. Peace and love. Peace.